are joined by Professor Sarah Buckallew. She teaches at the University of Missouri in the Accelerated Master's Coordinated Dietetics program.
I started using this tool when I was wanting to have more deep learning in my class and deep learning in my assignments, and I was seeing so many different ideas for assignments and activities that I could do with students or help facilitate with students. But that time of giving feedback in a timely manner and grading was what was holding me back with that. And so once I found this tool, it was really beneficial in being able to have more in-depth assignments that students can really dive into and learn, and you can do a lot of different assignments on here. They were wonderful at giving the feedback and the constructive criticism, but they have to learn how to do it, and they have not learned how to do it by the time they get to me. So Kritik has wonderful resources to guide students to show them how to give that constructive criticism, and it's basically all out there on Kritik. So it's a wonderful tool for that they can either read the blogs or watch those videos and kind of see how to give that constructive criticism. This summer, I have a cohort that it's the third semester that we've used Kritik, and the feedback that they are giving now is so great. It makes me so proud of my students. It's all built into Kritik, and so I don't have to do as much. You do on the front end need to make a really strong rubric, a very detailed rubric. And for me, I was doing that anyways from the beginning before I started using Kritik, so I could just move my rubrics over into Kritik. I teach a couple, for me, a little bit larger courses with 30-ish students, 40. There might be 2 to 3 disputes. And so Kritik even guides them in this on helping students create a good thought or a complete thought with what they're disputing and why, and or at least I've noticed my students are much better than sending an email of, I don't like my grade, can you please change it? And they'll say why they think they were graded in an unfair manner, and I can go in there and I can adjust their grades, which is what I usually do. If the student has spent the time to review their feedback and doesn't agree with something, I will go in and adjust their grades and maybe meet in the middle. There's one thing that I really like and appreciate about this tool that I was really having difficulty bringing into the classroom before. Students can see other students' work, and it depends on what the assignment is, but I will see them say like, oh, well, I noticed a student said it this way, or they thought about this issue this way, and it caused me to think differently. And now I'm going to do that same thing too, or emulate what I saw here. And so that's really exciting to see when you have those strong students that are being models to other students. It takes the best things that I think we got out of that pandemic time period and what we saw that students really want. So they want to have some flexibility. They want anonymity. I saw, I'm sure a lot of you did too, that they were more likely to engage on the chat than they are to talk in the classroom. So it has all those features in there that they can engage in those ways on their own time, and they can write out their thoughts and make it clear, or kind of prepare for that in that way, while I'm at least back in person. And so we get the benefits of in-class time too, and not having to spend time that I hope that they would learn in these assignments or things like that. So I think it's really taken the best things. I hope all instructors or people teaching have, no matter what discipline it is, you're trying to encourage and teach students to critically think about things. And so I pose it as that this is an extra tool to help you learn how to be a critical thinker and to give the constructive criticism when you see different viewpoints and things like that. It's a peer review tool, and so they are reviewing their peers, and then I talk about how I go in and look at it and see if I agree with the grades as well. And we talk about how it uses artificial intelligence to align how I grade and how you reviewed your peers to be more like in line with my grades or how I grade. So that's how I frame it, and I haven't gotten any pushback
Mhm.